Hey, hello everybody. I just came back from Mecca. For those of you who know what that means, just came back and a few stories I'd like to share and anecdotes, things like that. Um, the reason I came back like this is, yeah, I was listening to some good old Pink Floyd stuff, my favorite, and the reason, all right, the reason I was thinking about is do I look like a bad guy to you? I mean, this is how I go out, and do I look like a bad boy or something? It's just today I'm going to talk about some of my run-in with the authorities or cops specifically. It's just why am I being such a magnet? Here's the situation, the story. Um, yeah, last night I was watching. I went to the movie theater. I went to see American Sniper, which is really just came out. Just came out. Which is awesome movie about this guy named Chris Kyle, and he's Navy SEAL team snipers, and talk about his uh, experience in the Iraq wars and things like that. Uh, and it's a great story. And the dude died accidentally all of a sudden because he got shot up by some other Marines along with his buddies in Texas. Too many guns, I guess. And the dude who shot him presumably got PTSD, so there's probably fucked up in the head or something. And that's just that's his own personal story. But now his book American Sniper is now made into this legendary film and made by Clint Eastwood. And last night I went to see this movie just by myself, and because I couldn't wait, because I was so psyched up about this movie. And here's the situation. Um, yeah, so I was in a movie theater, and then yeah, I was watching a movie, and because I got a lot of my shit, right? So I need to sort things out, and it was totally dark, and by the time it's about to end, and I have this headlight, right? You can see. So I need to use red light just to protect everybody's night vision. So I don't need to use the red light. I mean, white light. So I used the red light to search for my stuff, and it was about the time that the film ends. So it's getting hot now. So yeah, so by the time I got out, and I had a cigarette outside the movie theater, and then I had a phone call with my parent shortly afterwards, and then on my way, step into the subway trains in Union Squares, and all of a sudden this dude came up to me who's a white dude dressed kind of nice, and he just stopped me and pulled out a badge saying that New York City police officers, and saying that excuse me sir, would you step aside please, and I'd like to have a few questions to inquires and things like that. So I'm like, what's going on? He looks like, hey, you look kind of bulky, right? Yeah, I was with my vest, my cargo pants and stuff. So I was like showing one by one. I said, "Oh, okay, this is my shade," and he's like, "Oh, you got such a bulky shirt. What you got there?" Oh, I was like, "Oh, I got my headphones, and of course it's bulky." And then I got a bottle here. It says it's Christmas Eve. I need to share with my parents and things like that. So he was asking me, said somebody reported on me, said this Asian dude in a black bomber in a green bomber jacket, stands 6 feet 2 tall. About this Heights reported on me saying that I was with some kind of headlight that's a red light, and they thought I was recording those films. Like, oh, it's a totally mistake, dude. And I said, hey, this I used red light because I used to work with the militaries, and I know I use red lights, and so not to use white light, not to destroy everybody's night vision. And the dude's totally cool, and was just like, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to shake my hands and sorry for the run-ins, and I'm like, hey, oh, dude, hey, you're with the city. I'm with Uncle Sam. I work with MVTCs and things like that. So hey, look, yeah, check this out. I got my reverse Star and Stripes, and we're together, dude. And every time I realize, every time you you're trying to pull some kind of rapport and things like that. They immediately understand, oh, you're not a bad guy. People are just mistaken about the fact. So I'm like, do I look like a bad guy to you, man? Things like, just I got so much run-in with the authority. Probably I am not your typical boys next door who dates a girl who works in ACLUs and things like that. But I'm still a nice guy. Why do I have this kind of experience that reminds me that ever since in my childhood years in China, I constantly have trouble with authority. Mainly at the time it was teachers. And one day I was like with my cap, I was going in, and in China, they got a more draconian, Spartan-like policies about hats and the length of your hair. But back then, I used to have a rather relatively long hair than the average boy. Not like this, longer. And then I run into school a little late, and then run into some of school authority who's principals and things like that. And then both of them being asshole males, just stop me and pull my hats off and say, "Hey, who are you? Which class you belong to? You were late, you know that?" And try to grill my ass, and then talking about my hair is too long, things like that. So that was my first experience back when I was in China. I was like 10 years old at the time, so luckily I got out, and such attire problem never occurred again when you're in the United States. But then again, I feel like why I'm such a magnet for authorities. Like they would like to pay attention to me for some no bullshit reasons, and like my ex-girlfriend was saying that I carry on this attitude that I like to look at people with my nostrils. So the other time I was this is another anecdote that I was standing outside a supermarket waiting for my then ex-girlfriend to purchase some grocery from the supermarket, and then probably I was pulling Lawfully because I'm agoraphobic. So I was just standing outside waiting for her, and then this cop just came up to me for no reason. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing over here?" I'm like, "I'm waiting for my girlfriend, buying some grocery in there. I'm just waiting outside because it's really freaking crowded in there." So, and then he's like, "You're not looking for trouble, right?" I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm just waiting for my girlfriend to come out, buy some grocery. Things like that happen so much. Just the other time, it was around dawn. Actually, I decided because I stay up late at night, and I decided just to go out for a walk. And then once I went out, and there's this cop car came over, and then it was around like 5 or 6 o'clock. It was summertime, so it got light pretty early on. I was walking down and see this cop car. I was just trying to turn around because I just know something doesn't smell right. And then they pull up next to me and then start to question me about pulling out IDs and shit. And then just for no reason, why are you strolling such an early morning? What? I decided to take a walk early in the morning. So I don't know, things like that. Just I have so many experience with cops. I mean, I on the one hand, I am with you guys. But on the other hand, they don't know. They just constantly looking for troubles. So, what my conclusion is just to try to keep a low key as much as possible. I mean, I try to keep low key as much as possible. I try to take the back lanes and the small routes and things like that. So. But overall speaking, hey, police officer, hey, I'm a court officer as well. You understand? So we're all together. So, but it's kind of unpleasant experience though, here and there. But just to share with you guys and not to run into those authority problems. But if you're a natural one like me, like a natural magnet, try to keep as low key as possible. Alright. Yep. Talk to you guys later.